Well, I'm very happy about all 4 goals, and especially Carli Lloyd. The way she was the end product of the set pieces. So we did well with set pieces, and especially in the beginning of the game, we got 2-0 fairly quickly. But I have to say, after that, I thought we couldn't find the rhythm in the attack. So and it was a little bit tough for us to change the point of attack and get it going. But in halftime, I think by putting Sid LaRue up top, we stretched out the team a little bit, and it got better and better. And of course, getting that 3-0 goal got us a little bit of confidence.
Joseph, and then Jeff.
There was obviously a lot of concern how the back 4 would play with Ali's injury, but I hope barely had to do anything tonight. You seem to have a solid performance by the 4 that you had back there.
Yes, and we gave Becky Sauerbrunn a second chance as a centre back. We know that Christian Rampone and Ray Shabu can play together. Now, Ray Shabu as a right back, I thought turned out to be a pretty good move, and that's one of the options. We will probably try more options going forward. We don't know this tournament, but going forward the next game. So I'm very happy they adjusted the game a little bit, and because it's a very different to play centre back compared to outside back. But Ray Shabu, she did well today.
Pia, there was a lot of speculation that Hope might be nursing an injury. What's her health status, and did you think about replacing her, especially when you had a 3-0 lead?
Well, she tweaked something a little bit in practice the other day, but the way she's playing, she should be fine. So right now, shouldn't be any problem, and we do have good backups if something should happen to Hope Solo.
Pia, another question about Hope, more general. Obviously, she was very busy with other activities in the fall, and I'm curious if you might just tell us, did that affect her at all coming back into camp? Do you notice a difference? Is she the same old Hope Solo? Is she better? Or did she lose a little because she was having so much fun on a TV show? Thanks.
She is same old Hope Solo, but she lost a lot of minutes on the field, and of course that she has to catch up. So instead of being on the soccer floor, she was on a dancing floor, and had a lot of fun, I guess. But eventually it needs to catch up, and the more minutes with Paul Rogers and the other 2 goalkeepers, the better it is. So she's getting there. She wants to be the best goalkeeper in the world. She needs, and she knows that she needs a lot of hours goalkeeping and training.
Yeah, you took Abby Wambach off fairly early in the second half. Just talk about her physical condition and kind of the thought process behind that move.
There are 2 more games, hopefully, and especially the next game, the most important game of all the games we play in almost. We need a fresh Abby Wambach, and she will be the strong lineup. And playing on the turf is pretty tough. And going forward, we need a fresh Abby Wambach, and that is the reason why we're taking her off.
Speaking of the next game, you've got Costa Rica on Friday. Can you talk about what challenges they present?
It's a technical team, and of course they've had everything to win. But I'm really happy after the game, everybody's saying, one more game, and that is very important. We need, as we did the first 2 games, a speed of play. That is when we look good. If you look at Lauren Cheney when she's involved, and when she brings play around her, and the speed of play, we can keep the ball central a little bit longer, and then play it wide. I think we did that very well the first 2 games. We didn't do that as well this game, so that's something we will stress and talk about to make sure we get more crosses in.
Pia, is your team the unbridled favorite going into this knockout stage of the competition here?
Say that again?
Is your team the favorite to win this competition, do you think?
Oh, I don't know. Well, the only thing what is important is the next game, and make sure we do whatever we can. And I think so far we're doing very well, and I hope it continues like that.
Is there any concern with the structure of the tournament? Costa Rica has the extra day of rest than you do. Is that much of an advantage?
It is a huge advantage, I would say, an extra day. On the other hand, Don Scott, a fitness coach, has done a tremendous job with his team, so we will make sure we do the right thing tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, so we're ready for that game.
On Carli Lloyd specifically, what did you see from her tonight that really allowed her to get all those goals? Was there anything different about her play, or was it just her seizing the opportunity?
Well, all the set pieces we've been talking about and training, she is in that box. She's very good in the air. Everybody's talking about Wambach, and they should. But we do have good players in the air, and she's one of them. I think she, after the first half, first of all scoring goals, but after the first half and the second half she picked it up a little bit, and on both sides of the ball, defending and the attack. So eventually her performance went up there, and scoring goals, you gain confidence by scoring goals, hands down. You're happy when you score goals, and you get confidence, that's for sure.
Ball in front of you tonight.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen Rachel Bueller on the right side for quite some time. You know, obviously with Ali Krieger going down, we need options. Heather Mitz has been playing phenomenal, but we need to see who else can play there. So we haven't seen Rachel Bueller out there for quite some time. She came in, she did fine. You know, we're still looking for that attacking presence from both the outside backs. So we're in the hunt. They did great defensively. We stayed organized as we usually tend to do. But keep in mind, Mexico, they came down the middle and they had some attacks. And I think they had their opportunities at moments if they found the opening spots. So we're going to have to watch film and make sure those spots don't open anymore.
There was a lot of talk about revenge for a game a loss that you didn't play in. But how did it feel just to put the hammer down on Mexico and qualifying?
You know, there was no revenge. I think everybody was very aware of the situation that occurred, you know, a year ago, going into the World Cup, and it was a wake-up call for us. In the end, it ended up being a positive moment for us. It was hard. We were the last team to qualify for the World Cup. We haven't forgotten that. It wasn't revenge against Mexico. We have a deep amount of respect for this team, and they continue to grow. They're one of the best attacking team, possession-oriented teams. So especially here in the tournament, great amount of respect for them. So it wasn't necessarily revenge. You know, I think they really gave us a wake-up call, and we benefited from that.
Get out of our Group 1, cross over, play against the second seed, Costa Rica. But this was the exact same position that we were in Mexico in 2010 for the World Cup qualifying. We haven't done anything. We still have one game left. That's what I said. Stay focused. Enjoy tomorrow. We have off tomorrow. Get their legs back and start preparing for Costa Rica.
How are you feeling?
I feel great. I think that PIA medical staff have done a really good job of keeping me fresh. 2 45s and then tonight 60 minutes. It's perfect, I think, leading into this last game against this next game against Costa Rica. And you know, I think our team played very well tonight. Obviously, Carli with 3 goals, nothing but confidence builder. If we get 3 consecutive games with more than 3 goals or more for players, it's really good for us.
Kind of the last couple of games or the start of this year for me personally, you know, just I think gaining more experience and playing smarter and just playing 1 and 2 touches and just being that linker out there. So I think, you know, it's working, and I think the team's doing well with moving the ball quickly and just playing 1 and 2 touches.
How big of a psychological hurdle to get Mexico out of the way, given what they did to you for 2 months?
Yeah, it was redemption for us. You know, we came out strong and knew we had to get it done. There's no second chances for Olympic qualifying, so we made sure that, you know, we got into semifinal, and semifinal is going to be the big one.
It was pretty loud here for Mexico, even though we're thousands of miles away. What was it like down in Cancun?
Small field, baseball field, I guess you could say, and it played to their advantage. It was it's tough. It's tough playing away. We even felt like there were a lot more Mexican fans than there were U.S. fans. So, but at the end of the day, we shut all that out and we just play soccer.
First 10 minutes, you guys were just so aggressive. I mean, obviously you want to get an early goal, but were you surprised how you were able to kind of knock it down?
Yeah, I mean, Mexico's great at knocking the ball around. I mean, they move the ball really well, and I think getting that early goal really kind of, stressed them out a little bit. And then, we just kept on them, pressuring from, top all the way back down. So it was a great team effort, and, it was good that we're in the semis now.
It wasn't just the early goal, it was just 2 goals within like 65 seconds. I mean, that took a lot of wind out of their sail right then and there.
For sure. Anytime you get an early goal or two, it helps. But the thing about it was, a 2-0 lead is a scary lead. So it was important for us, to push for that third and, keep it going.
It's a little bit of a lull there in the first half. What did you see on the field that kind of caused that?
Well, I think, obviously, Mexico's a great team, and I think they, they compacted the middle, so it was a little hard for us to kind of find our rhythm, and they did a good job of that. Kind of midway through the half, they, flipped their diamond in the middle, or their triangle in the middle, and they put, 2 high, 1 low to kind of Mark Cheney's role. So, we changed things up at half, and I thought it was good. And, we figured it out, and I think the second half was definitely a lot better. We kept more possession. We defended too much in the first half.
I'm just wondering, when was your last hat-trick, if you did have one?
I don't even know. Rutgers? Yeah, Rutgers. But it's great, and can't do it without my teammates. I think dedicating my hat trick to Krieger. We miss her very dearly, and I know she's with us in spirit. But
You have the tattoo on your arm?
I did, yes. I think it was rubbing off on all our jerseys. But dedicate that win to her, dedicate the hat trick to her. It's unfortunate that she can't be here with us.
Thanks, guys.